Intelligence is a powerful gift, but it often leads to less traveled paths. Throughout history, great thinkers and philosophers have found solace in solitude. Albert Einstein said that the monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulate the creative mind. If you've ever felt different for enjoying your own company, remember that this is a sign of intelligence and self-awareness. If you are new here, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Statistics show that only 15% of my audience is subscribed to the channel. So if this content has helped you in any way, I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I invite you to stay until the end, where you will find valuable lessons to strengthen all your plans against any moment in life. Stoics like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius understood that silence and introspection are necessary for growth. Solitude is not a flaw, it is a sacred space where the mind can explore without interruptions. Seneca wrote about the value of tranquility and the need for personal reflection to achieve wisdom. For Marcus Aurelius, solitude was the time to reflect on the virtues and principles that guide our life. They may find satisfaction in the calm and silence that others may find boring or uncomfortable. But it is in these moments of solitude that the brightest ideas and the most innovative solutions arise. This space allows them to connect with their inner selves and find answers to questions that others may overlook. So, if you enjoy being alone, we tell you why it is not a defect, but a proof of intelligence. Intelligent people often relate to others in a different way. While many people find joy and energy in meeting with friends or like-minded people, individuals with higher intelligence often have a different experience when it comes to socializing. It's not that they don't appreciate the company of others, but the nature and purpose of their interactions may be unique. For many people, socializing is a source of happiness and connection. Gathering with friends to chat, laugh, and share experiences is part of the fabric of their emotional well-being. However, for intelligent people, these interactions may not have the same appeal. Instead of gaining energy from the company of others, they may find it in solitude or in exploring their own thoughts and interests. What is a pleasant and revitalizing experience for some can be exhausting or even unsatisfactory for them. This phenomenon has several reasons. First, intelligent people often have highly specific and complex interests and hobbies. When they talk about these topics, other people may not fully understand them, leading to a disconnect in communication. This disconnect can make intelligent people feel isolated, even in the midst of a crowd, because their ideas and viewpoints are not easily understood. Additionally, intelligent people often have more developed critical thinking and a thirst for knowledge that can be difficult to share with those who have different interests. This level of thinking can make trivial conversations and small talk seem unappealing or even uncomfortable when others enjoy discussing everyday topics or engaging in light-hearted conversations. Intelligent people often seek more profound and meaningful conversations. Instead of looking for a large number of friends, intelligent people tend to form deep and lasting connections with a few people who share their interests and values. They may prefer intimate gatherings with a small group where conversations can be more substantial and where their ideas can be explored without restrictions. Lastly, intelligence can lead to greater self-observation and self-analysis. This trait can make intelligent people more aware of their emotions and needs, which in turn can make them more selective in their social relationships. They prefer environments where they can be authentic and express themselves without fear of being misunderstood. Intelligent people do not shy away from social interaction because they value it less, but because they have different needs and preferences. For them, the quality of relationships matters more than the quantity. Although they may have difficulty communicating with others due to the complexity of their ideas, when they find people with whom they connect, those relationships tend to be deep and meaningful. This phenomenon can be explained by several reasons. First, intelligent people often have interests and hobbies that are very specific and often complex. When they try to talk about these topics with other people, they may find that their conversation partners do not fully understand them, which can lead to a feeling of disconnection. This lack of understanding can make intelligent people feel alone, even when surrounded by others. Moreover, intelligent people have more developed critical thinking and a desire to delve deeper into knowledge, which often does not fit well with trivial conversations or superficial chatter. While others enjoy talking about light and everyday topics, intelligent people prefer more profound and meaningful dialogues. Instead of seeking a large network of friends, intelligent people tend to form deeper and more lasting connections with a small group of people who share similar interests and values. They prefer quiet and intimate encounters where conversations can be richer and more substantial, allowing an unrestricted exploration of ideas and concepts. This approach allows them to connect on a more significant level and share their thoughts without fear of being misunderstood. Lastly, intelligent people tend to have a higher level of self-observation and self-analysis. This ability to examine their own emotions and needs can make them more selective when choosing with whom they socially relate. These people seek environments where they can be authentic and where their ideas and feelings are respected. It's not that intelligent people avoid social interactions because they consider them less valuable. They simply have different needs and preferences. For them, the quality of relationships is much more important than the quantity, and they may find it difficult to communicate with others due to the complex nature of their ideas. When they find people with whom they connect, these relationships are usually extraordinarily deep and rewarding. Additionally, they may have a more reflective view of the world around them, which can influence how they relate to others. This level of reflection allows them to quickly identify the motivations behind actions and words, which can make them feel uncomfortable in situations where they perceive superficiality or a lack of authenticity. When others are satisfied with depthless chatter or typical social exchanges, intelligent people tend to feel disconnected and seek environments where there is more emotional and cognitive depth. Another notable characteristic is their inclination towards continuous learning. They love to explore new topics, research ideas, and learn things that expand their horizons. As a result, they seek people with whom they can share these interests and engage in discussions that are both intellectually stimulating and emotionally enriching. This tendency to learn and discover can lead intelligent people to avoid situations where there is little room for personal growth or where they feel that their curiosity is not well received. They may be highly empathetic and have a keen sense of justice and integrity. This can make them more selective regarding their social relationships, preferring people who share their values and ethical principles. When surrounded by people who do not share these values, they may feel uncomfortable or unmotivated to establish deeper relationships. In contrast, when they find people who align with their sense of right and wrong, they tend to form strong and lasting bonds. They are very aware of their need for space and time for themselves. They recognize the value of solitude to reflect, recharge, and explore their own thoughts without external distractions. This preference for alone time does not mean they are antisocial or insensitive, but that they understand the importance of maintaining a balance between social interaction and time for oneself. In this regard, they seek relationships that respect their boundaries and do not require constant or continuous contact. Intelligent people tend to spend more time engaged in activities that benefit themselves rather than focusing solely on socializing. For these individuals, personal well-being, moral standing, and the pursuit of their dreams are clear priorities. more important than meeting social expectations or dedicating themselves to activities that do not seem meaningful to them. This personal approach to life comes from a deep understanding of oneself and what one considers valuable. A notable characteristic of intelligent people is their sense of purpose and spirituality in existence. While many people are satisfied with material achievements or an active social life, intelligent people often seek something deeper. They prefer to work on something they are passionate about, allowing them to express their creativity and explore their potential. This spiritual sense is not necessarily linked to religion. It can be a connection with nature, art, music, or any other form of expression that allows them to feel they are contributing to something larger than themselves. Self-realization is another pillar in the lives of intelligent people. They do not settle for following the conventional path or society's expectations. Instead, they continually seek to learn, grow, and develop as individuals. This desire for self-realization leads them to choose jobs or projects that inspire them and allow them to develop their skills and talents. Often, this means giving up more lucrative or stable jobs if they feel those jobs do not offer them the opportunity to grow as people. Moreover, intelligent people appreciate the value of simple things. They can find satisfaction in activities that others might consider mundane, such as reading a good book, spending time in nature, or simply reflecting in silence. They have the ability to find beauty in the everyday and do not need extravagances or public recognition to feel fulfilled. This approach allows them to experience a sense of fulfillment and inner peace that many others seek but do not always find. The tendency to overlook material benefits is another sign of intelligence. While they recognize the importance of resources and economic stability, they do not see them as the ultimate goal of life. They prefer to invest time and energy in activities that provide personal satisfaction and emotional development. Therefore, they often opt for more minimalist lifestyles or jobs that allow them to balance their passions with their responsibilities. The desire for self-realization is another central aspect of the lives of intelligent people. They are not content to follow a conventional path or meet social expectations. Instead, they are constantly seeking to learn, grow, and evolve as individuals. This longing for self-realization leads them to choose jobs or activities that allow them to express their creativity and develop their unique skills. As a result, they often give up more lucrative or stable jobs if these do not provide them with the opportunity to grow and explore their potential. They seek not just financial success, but personal satisfaction and the opportunity to contribute something meaningful. The tendency to downplay material benefits is another sign of intelligence. Although they understand the importance of economic stability, they do not view it as the ultimate goal of life. They prefer to invest time and energy in activities that provide personal satisfaction and emotional development. Therefore, they often opt for simpler lifestyles or jobs that allow them to balance their passions with their responsibilities rather than focusing solely on accumulating wealth or achieving traditional success. The inclination toward a deeper sense of purpose and self-realization often translates into a lifestyle that significantly differs from the norm. While many seek recognition, status, and wealth as indicators of success, intelligent people tend to have a different criterion for measuring their achievements. For them, success is not just about acquiring material goods or attaining positions of power, but about finding a sense of meaning in their daily activities. This sense of meaning can come from the work they do, the relationships they maintain, and the experiences they choose to live. They are also more aware of the impact their actions have on the world around them. They have a keen sense of responsibility towards society and the environment and seek ways to contribute positively. This sense of responsibility may lead them to engage in social causes, participate in volunteer activities, or adopt sustainable lifestyles. They prefer to be part of something larger, helping to create positive change rather than focusing solely on their own interests. This attitude of commitment to the common good and social responsibility can make intelligent people natural leaders in their communities and social circles. However, they often prefer to lead from a position of humility, guiding by example rather than seeking the spotlight. Authenticity and respect for others' opinions are fundamental values for them, allowing them to earn the trust and respect of those around them. Moreover, intelligent people tend to have a higher tolerance for uncertainty and change. They understand that life is constantly evolving and are willing to adapt and learn along the way. This open-mindedness allows them to approach challenges creatively and see difficulties as opportunities for personal and professional growth. They are willing to experiment with new ideas and explore unknown territories, often leading them to discover innovative solutions and unique perspectives. They tend to follow a path that may seem unconventional to many. Their focus on meaning, self-realization, and social responsibility leads them to seek experiences and relationships that provide them with a sense of purpose. They value authenticity and depth in all aspects of their lives and are constantly looking for ways to grow and contribute positively to the world. This mindset allows them to live fully and meaningfully, even if it sometimes means deviating from more traveled paths. Intelligent people prefer solitude to superficial or malicious company. They have the ability to see beyond appearances and words to perceive the true intentions of people. This discernment allows them to identify those who are not genuine or who might be a negative influence in their lives. Due to this ability to detect falsehoods, they are quick to distance themselves from those who are not worth it and do not hesitate to establish clear boundaries to protect their emotional and mental well-being. The choice of solitude over bad company reflects the high value that intelligent people place on their time and energy. They understand that surrounding themselves with toxic or insincere people can be detrimental to their growth and happiness. Therefore, they are selective about the people they allow into their inner circle, preferring to have a few but deep relationships based on authenticity and mutual respect. Non-conformity is another common trait among intelligent people. They do not settle for the status quo or what society considers normal or expected. This trait is reflected in all aspects of their lives, including love and relationships. When seeking a partner, they do not settle for someone who does not meet their expectations and values. They have a list of requirements not because they are superficial, but because they understand what they need to be happy in a relationship. This demand does not mean that intelligent people are elitist or arrogant, but that they are aware of their own emotional needs and are not willing to compromise just to have company. They are willing to wait as long as it takes to find someone who truly deserves their time and energy. They will not waste their time with people who do not share their values or who do not have clear goals. Additionally, intelligent people tend to seek partners who share their level of depth and conversational ability. They are not attracted to superficial relationships or those based solely on physical appearance. For them, it is important to find someone who challenges them to be better and who shares their dreams and aspirations. This tendency to be selective in relationships does not mean that intelligent people are cold or distant. Rather, it indicates that they value authenticity and prefer genuine connections that contribute to their personal growth. Therefore, instead of seeking the company of just anyone to avoid loneliness, they prefer to have a few but deep relationships based on mutual respect and honesty. For intelligent people, time and energy are valuable resources that should be invested wisely. They do not waste them on meaningless or insincere relationships. Nonconformity is another common trait among intelligent people. They do not conform to the status quo or what society considers normal or expected. This nonconformity is evident in all aspects of their lives, including work, education, and personal relationships. In the realm of relationships, intelligent people are not content with a partner who does not meet their expectations and values. This is not about being elitist or arrogant, but about having a clear understanding of what they need to be happy in a relationship. They know that a healthy and meaningful relationship must be based on emotional and intellectual compatibility, and they are not willing to compromise these values just to avoid loneliness. Intelligent people understand that an authentic relationship requires effort and commitment, and they are in no rush to find a partner. They are not attracted to superficial relationships or those based solely on physical appearance. For them, true attraction lies in the emotional, intellectual, and spiritual connection. They want a partner who challenges them to be better, who shares their values and aspirations, and who is willing to grow with them. Due to their acute perception and ability to detect insincere behaviors, they are very selective when deciding with whom to share their time and energy. They are not afraid to be alone if it means protecting their mental and emotional peace. This careful approach to relationships often results in deeper and more meaningful connections, where mutual respect and trust are fundamental. In their search for relationships, intelligent people value quality over quantity. They prefer to have a few close friends with whom they can share their deepest thoughts and dreams, rather than a large social circle where connections are superficial. This desire for authentic relationships is also reflected in their choices of partners. They are not looking for just physical attraction, but an emotional and mental connection that is enduring. For them, true love and true friendship require time, commitment, and a genuine understanding of the other. Additionally, intelligent people tend to be introspective and reflective. They enjoy spending time alone because it allows them to explore their thoughts and recharge their energy. This love for solitude should not be interpreted as antipathy towards social interaction, but rather as a way to maintain a balance between the external world and their own inner world. For them, solitude is an opportunity to grow, learn, and rediscover themselves, which contributes to their overall well-being. Due to their introspective and reflective nature, intelligent people often develop unique interests and hobbies. They do not just follow popular trends, but seek activities that provide personal satisfaction and intellectual growth. They may enjoy reading, writing, music, art, or any other form of creative expression that allows them to explore new ideas and perspectives. This interest in learning and creativity might make them seem eccentric to some, but it is an essential part of what makes them unique. The ability of intelligent people to question norms and challenge the status quo often leads them down unconventional paths. They are not afraid to make bold decisions or venture into unknown territories if they believe it will help them achieve their goals and live a meaningful life. This spirit of exploration allows them to overcome obstacles and find creative solutions to the challenges they face. This long-term focus also means that intelligent people value consistency and stability. They like to establish routines and habits that help them stay focused and productive. They are not fans of change for the sake of change, but rather seek to improve their lives in a meticulous and planned manner. When they embark on a project or goal, they commit for the long term and are willing to work hard to achieve it. This persistence is one of the reasons they often succeed in many areas of life. Moreover, intelligent people tend to be good listeners and observers. While they may be independent, they also have a strong ability to listen to others and learn from their experiences. This ability to pay attention to details and gather information allows them to better understand people and situations, which often helps them make more informed decisions. They do not underestimate the importance of empathy and are willing to consider other perspectives, even if they disagree with them. This trait makes them more understanding and capable of finding equitable solutions in complex situations. In terms of personal relationships, intelligent people tend to seek deep connections. Although they can be selective when choosing friends or partners, once they establish a bond, they are usually loyal and committed. They value relationships where they can share ideas, discuss topics of mutual interest, and support each other. They are not interested in superficiality or fleeting relationships. They prefer to invest time in building lasting, quality connections. Professionally, intelligent people often seek jobs that allow them to use their intellect and creativity. They prefer careers where they can solve complex problems and contribute their unique ideas. They do not settle for routine or meaningless jobs, but look for opportunities that challenge them and allow them to grow. Their long-term vision is also reflected in their career approach, as they are willing to learn new skills and adapt as industries change and evolve. Intelligent people tend to be more rational than sentimental. Although they have emotions like any other human being, they usually make decisions guided by reason and analysis rather than being swayed by emotional impulses. This rational approach allows them to tackle life more clearly and objectively, avoiding unnecessary complications or dramas that often arise when emotions overflow. It's not that intelligent people lack emotions. In fact, they have deep emotional depth. However, they are able to balance their feelings with critical thinking and logical reasoning. When faced with complex situations, they evaluate options pragmatically, considering possible outcomes and long-term implications. This ability to keep a cool head helps them avoid unnecessary conflicts and make wiser decisions. This rational approach also means that intelligent people have no time for romantic dramas. They understand that healthy relationships are built on clear communication, mutual respect, and compatibility, not on emotional volatility. They will not play along with others if it means falling into complicated or emotionally draining situations. They prefer stable and sensible relationships in which both parties can grow together and support each other. Another characteristic of intelligent people is their tendency to go their own way. They do not feel compelled to follow social norms or do what others expect of them. Instead, they evaluate each situation and decide for themselves what is fairest, most efficient, or logical. This sense of independence allows them to live according to their own values and principles without worrying about others' expectations. This autonomy is reflected in all aspects of their lives. They are not afraid to question rules if they believe they are unfair or irrational, and they do not conform to doing things a certain way just because that's how it has always been done. This independent spirit can lead them to innovate and find creative solutions to problems that others might not even have considered. Intelligent people prefer to be guided by reason rather than impulses. Although they have deep emotions, they are capable of keeping them in balance with logical thinking. They do not complicate their lives with unnecessary dramas and will not follow rules if they do not seem fair or reasonable. Their rational approach and independence allow them to live authentically and make decisions that reflect their own values and priorities. When intelligent people face complex problems, they tend to evaluate all options from a pragmatic standpoint, considering possible outcomes and long-term implications. This ability to keep a cool head helps them avoid unnecessary conflicts and make informed decisions. They prefer a rational resolution to conflicts and, when disagreement arises, seek dialogue and understanding before letting emotions take over. This rational approach also translates into how intelligent people handle their romantic relationships. They have no time for emotional dramas or complicated games. In love, they seek relationships based on clear communication, mutual respect, and compatibility. They avoid emotional volatility, preferring stable and sensible bonds where both partners can grow together and support each other. They understand that a healthy relationship is based on commitment and honesty, so they will not engage in toxic or destructive behaviors. Furthermore, intelligent people are often independent and do not feel the need to follow social norms just because they are traditions. They evaluate each situation on its own merits and decide what is fairest and most logical. This sense of independence allows them to live according to their own values and principles without worrying about what others think of them. They are not afraid to question rules if they believe they are unfair or irrational, and they do not conform to doing things a certain way simply because that is how they have always been done. Their independent spirit often leads them to be innovators and to find creative solutions to problems that others might not have even considered. The autonomy of intelligent people is reflected in all aspects of their life. They not only question norms when they do not seem fair, but they also seek to live authentically, making decisions that reflect their own values and priorities. While this independence may be seen by some as rebellious, it actually shows a strong ethic and a commitment to personal integrity. You have now reached the halfway mark of the video. I congratulate you for trying to become a better version of yourself, and I also humbly ask you to leave a comment, as it helps my channel immensely. If you do not know what to comment, just write mind over body so I know you reached this far. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Also, I've linked some books on Stoicism that helped me become the man I am today, and will also help you achieve a Stoic mindset. Another characteristic that distinguishes intelligent people is their intellectual curiosity. They have a thirst for knowledge and are always interested in learning and exploring new topics. This curiosity is not limited to academics, but extends to all areas of life. They like to understand how things work and are willing to research and experiment to get answers. This curiosity is what leads them to be innovators and to think outside the box, which can result in significant advancements in their fields of interest. In the realm of personal relationships, the intellectual curiosity of intelligent people also plays an important role. They enjoy having meaningful conversations and exploring ideas deeply. They are not attracted to trivial chats or superficial interactions. Instead, they seek friends and partners who can challenge them intellectually and share their enthusiasm for learning. This approach may make them appear reserved or selective, but for them, the quality of relationships is much more important than quantity. Intelligent people also tend to be effective leaders, although they do not always seek positions of power. They prefer to lead others by example and base their leadership on competence and integrity. Their rational approach and ability to stay calm under pressure make them suited for high-stress situations where others might crumble. They often inspire others with their work ethic and dedication to excellence, creating environments where respect and collaboration are fundamental. Finally, the balance between rationality and emotionality allows intelligent people to maintain healthy and stable relationships. They understand that emotions are an integral part of the human experience, but they know how to keep them in check to avoid unnecessary conflicts. This balance enables them to make rational decisions at critical moments while still being empathetic and understanding. They seek relationships that promote mutual growth and respect, avoiding toxicity and harmful behaviors. Intelligent people tend to get bored easily and feel frustrated when they have to wait for others who are slower in their tasks. This restlessness comes from an active mind, always in search of stimuli. Unlike others who may be content with a predictable routine, intelligent people constantly seek challenges and new experiences to keep their interest. For them, boredom is a sign that they are not using their full potential. One of the reasons why intelligent people get bored easily is because their minds are not limited by conventions. They are creative thinkers who find new ways to approach problems and everyday situations. Instead of following the traditional path, they prefer to explore shortcuts and innovative solutions that save them time and energy. This ability to think outside the box allows them to be more efficient in their tasks, but it can also lead to frustration when others do not share their pace or vision. Since intelligent people think differently from others, they often feel uncomfortable in environments where they are expected to follow strict rules or procedures. They like to let their thoughts and creativity roam free and can feel trapped if asked to conform to a specific mold. Therefore, they often prefer to work alone or in environments where they have the freedom to explore their own ideas. Additionally, the inquisitive nature of intelligent people means they always have something to say or do. They have an insatiable curiosity and enjoy learning and discovering new things. This mental energy drives them to seek stimulating activities and avoid situations they consider monotonous or repetitive. As a result, they may find it easier to work on their own or in small groups where they can progress at their own pace. The tendency to seek shortcuts and quick solutions also allows them to have more free time to pursue their passions and interests. By being efficient in their work, they can use that extra time to explore hobbies, learn new skills, or simply enjoy life. However, this efficiency can also lead to a certain degree of isolation, as others may not be able to keep up with their pace. Ultimately, intelligent people end up alone because they flee from boredom. They prefer environments that allow them to be creative and make the most of their potential. While this approach may lead them to avoid social situations they consider tedious, it also allows them to live a richer and more meaningful life, filled with experiences that reflect their interests and values. One reason intelligent people tend to get bored quickly is that their minds operate at a faster pace. They are capable of processing information and solving problems efficiently and prefer to seek shortcuts and innovative solutions. This ability to think creatively often leads them to challenge the status quo and question established norms. However, this approach can also be a source of frustration when they are in environments where they are expected to follow strict procedures or where progress is slow due to a lack of efficiency. Since intelligent people are naturally creative, they prefer jobs and activities that allow them to express their creativity. They feel uncomfortable when forced to conform to rigid structures or when their ability to explore new ideas is limited. This can lead them to prefer working alone or in environments where they have more freedom to innovate. In a work context, intelligent people often excel in roles that require problem-solving, critical thinking, and creativity, but they may feel restricted if too many rules are imposed. Insatiable curiosity is another characteristic trait of intelligent people. They are always looking to learn and discover new things, which leads them to seek activities and hobbies that keep them engaged. This incessant mental energy can make them attracted to a wide range of interests, from reading and writing to technology and science. Their love for learning and personal growth allows them to stay motivated and avoid boredom, but it can also make others feel that they are on another level and have difficulty keeping up with them. The desire to find shortcuts and quick solutions also allows intelligent people to have more free time to dedicate to their passions and explore new interests. Being efficient in their work, they can use that extra time to enjoy activities they are truly interested in, such as playing sports, learning a new musical instrument, or simply enjoying nature. However, this efficiency and preference for independent work can also lead to a certain degree of isolation, as others may not be able to keep up with their pace or feel intimidated by their energy. Their inclination for independence is also reflected in their life choices. They often opt for lifestyles that allow them more flexibility and control over their time. They may prefer remote or freelance jobs to avoid the rigidity of a fixed schedule and enjoy the freedom to work at their own pace. This freedom allows them to focus on projects that truly interest them and gives them space to explore new interests without restrictions. The inquisitive nature of intelligent people also leads them to seek experiences that challenge them and keep them engaged. Intelligent people like to learn new things and have an innate desire to continually improve. This growth mindset drives them to seek new skills and knowledge, which can cause them to change careers or interests relatively frequently. They are not afraid to step out of their comfort zone and face the unknown if they believe it will help them grow and develop as individuals. In their personal relationships, intelligent people value authenticity and depth. They prefer to have a few close friends with whom they can share meaningful conversations and enriching experiences. They are not attracted to superficial relationships or forced social interactions. They seek people with similar interests and values, and when they find someone with whom they can connect on an emotional and intellectual level, they form strong and lasting bonds. This approach may make them selective when making new friends, but it reflects their desire for genuine and meaningful relationships. Due to their creative and independent nature, intelligent people often excel in fields that require innovation and critical thinking. They are capable of seeing things from different perspectives and finding unique solutions to complex problems. This talent for innovation allows them to excel in roles that require problem-solving and creativity, but it can also lead to frustration if they are in environments that do not value their way of thinking. Intelligent people do not need anyone's approval to live their lives. While social interaction is a basic human instinct present in everyone, the difference lies in how each individual approaches that interaction. Most intelligent people are not looking for approval from everyone they meet. Instead, they are more interested in being authentic and true to themselves than in winning the favor of others. This emotional independence allows them to move through the world with quiet confidence. They are not desperate for approval, nor do they feel the need to please everyone. For them, respect and admiration are earned through authenticity and merit, not conformity or the pursuit of popularity. They know who they are and what they want, and that certainty gives them the freedom to act according to their own principles and values, instead of trying to fit into molds set by society. While many people desperately seek to fit in and be accepted by their peers, intelligent people understand that external approval is volatile and ultimately does not define their worth. This perspective allows them to carefully choose who they associate with and in which circles they move. They do not feel the pressure to be popular or liked by everyone. They prefer to surround themselves with people who respect their authenticity and share their interests. The fact that they are not obsessed with acceptance does not mean they are antisocial or distant. They simply value genuine and meaningful relationships over superficial interactions. They do not feel the need to impress others, which allows them to build deeper connections with those who truly matter. For them, the quality of relationships matters much more than the quantity. Intelligent people have a strong internal compass that guides them. They do not need others to tell them what is right or wrong, as they usually have a solid understanding of their own values and principles. This self-confidence allows them to make decisions without worrying too much about what others think. They do not care if their path is different from the majority. They are willing to follow their own route, even if that means swimming against the current. They do not seek others' acceptance to validate their existence. They understand that authenticity and self-acceptance are much more important than superficial approval. This emotional independence allows them to live an authentic life guided by their own principles and build genuine relationships with people who truly value who they are. This emotional independence gives them the freedom to make decisions based on their own principles without feeling pressured by the desire to please others. Confidence in their own convictions and values allows them to navigate life with a sense of clarity and self-confidence. They know who they are and what they want, and they do not deviate from their path to please others. Instead of seeking popularity or recognition, they prefer to be judged by their merits and authenticity. Intelligent people understand that external approval is fleeting, and therefore they do not get carried away by fashions or group expectations. Instead, they focus on building a life based on their own beliefs and aspirations. This perspective allows them to carefully choose their friends and companions, seeking relationships that have depth and meaning. They do not seek to be the center of attention or be popular. Instead, they value the quality of the relationships they develop. Their emotional independence does not mean they are antisocial or do not value interaction with others. On the contrary, they like to establish genuine connections with people who share their interests and values. However, they reject superficial relationships or those based on unconditional approval. They prefer to be honest and authentic, even if that means being less popular or not fitting completely into certain social circles. The fact that intelligent people do not need external approval is also due to their strong internal compass. They have a clear understanding of their own values and principles, which allows them to make decisions with conviction. They are not afraid to swim against the current if they believe it is the right thing to do, and they are willing to question norms or traditions that do not resonate with their sense of ethics or justice. This autonomy of thought allows them to live a more authentic and meaningful life without the need to conform to external expectations. Their sense of self-respect allows them to resist social pressure to conform. They often question norms and traditions that do not make sense to them, and they are not afraid to express their opinions, even if that means going against the current. This trait may lead intelligent people to adopt unconventional stances, but at the same time, it allows them to be innovative and creative in their approach to life. Intelligent people are also often highly selective about their personal relationships. Since they do not need everyone's approval, they choose their friends and loved ones carefully, ensuring that the people around them share their fundamental values and vision of life. They prefer to have a smaller circle of close friends and meaningful relationships, rather than a large number of superficial connections. This selective approach to their relationships allows them to develop stronger and more lasting bonds based on mutual trust and respect. Although intelligent people may seem reserved or even distant to some, this is due to their tendency to focus on quality over quantity. They prefer to surround themselves with people who inspire and challenge them intellectually, and they do not feel the need to socialize just for the sake of it. They seek relationships that allow them to grow and learn, and they avoid those that feel empty or inauthentic. Their desire for authenticity and depth is also reflected in their lifestyle. Intelligent people tend to adopt a minimalist approach, prioritizing meaningful experiences over material possessions. They do not need external objects or symbols to demonstrate their worth, as their sense of self-acceptance comes from their understanding of themselves and their own personal growth. This preference for simplicity and authenticity allows them to live more focused and conscious lives, devoting their time and energy to things that truly matter. The brains of lonely people may react differently during social contact. Recent studies suggest that, in social interaction situations, certain areas of the brains of people who tend to be lonely may experience a significant increase in blood flow, leading to a kind of overexcitation. This phenomenon could be one of the reasons why some intelligent people find socializing more exhausting or uncomfortable than others. The increased cerebral blood flow can lead to a higher level of alertness, which in turn can translate into greater anxiety or stress during social interactions. While other people may enjoy large gatherings or parties, those with this solitary tendency may feel overwhelmed by the crowd, noise, and emotional demands of socializing. The increase in blood flow in certain areas of the brain, such as the limbic system, may be a response to emotional stimulation and the need to process a greater volume of social information. Intelligent people often have a sharper perception of their surroundings and an ability to pick up subtle cues, which can make social interactions more complex and exhausting. This excess of stimuli can lead to social fatigue, pushing them to seek moments of solitude to recharge their energy. Due to this overexcitation, intelligent people may prefer smaller, more controlled social environments where they can connect with others without feeling overwhelmed. They prefer deep and meaningful conversations to trivial and noisy chats. They find it more comfortable to relate to a few close friends or family members who understand their introspective nature and do not demand a constant level of social energy. Another consequence of this intense brain activity is that intelligent people may be more prone to reflection and self-analysis. Spending time alone allows them to process their thoughts and feelings without the pressure of social expectations. This can be a valuable tool for their emotional well-being, allowing them to explore their interests and develop their creativity. Cerebral overexcitation in social contact situations may be one reason why some intelligent people prefer solitude. The excess of stimuli and emotional demand that socializing entails can be overwhelming, leading them to seek more tranquil and controlled environments. For these individuals, solitude is not a sign of isolation, but a way to balance the intensity of social interactions and preserve their emotional energy. Cerebral overexcitation can cause a higher level of alertness, which can translate into anxiety or stress during social interactions. While other people may enjoy large gatherings or parties, those who tend to solitude may feel overwhelmed by the crowd, noise, and emotional demands of socializing. Increased blood flow in certain areas of the brain, such as the limbic system, may be a response to emotional stimulation and processing a larger volume of social information. Intelligent people often have a sharper perception of their surroundings and can pick up on subtle cues, which can make social interactions more complex and exhausting. This excess of stimuli can lead to social fatigue, pushing them to seek moments of solitude to recharge. Due to this overexcitation, intelligent people may prefer smaller, more controlled social environments where they can connect with others without feeling overwhelmed. They prefer deep and meaningful conversations over trivial and noisy chats, as the latter require more effort to filter and process information without the same level of emotional satisfaction. Additionally, cerebral overexcitation in social contact situations may encourage intelligent people to reflect more deeply and self-analyze. Spending time alone allows them to process their thoughts and feelings without the pressure of social expectations, which is essential for their emotional well-being and allows them to explore their interests and develop their creativity. For them, solitude is not a sign of isolation, but a necessary time to recharge and maintain emotional balance. In the workplace, for example, intelligent people who experience this cerebral overexcitation may prefer spaces where they can work independently or in small groups, avoiding open offices or places with a lot of noise and distractions. This does not mean they are not collaborative, but they need more time to process information and work at their own pace without the pressure of a constant social environment. This type of setup allows them to be more productive and creative by focusing on their tasks without feeling overwhelmed. In their personal relationships, intelligent people usually prefer more intimate and meaningful interactions. The excess of stimuli at large gatherings can be exhausting for them, so they tend to enjoy one-on-one meetings or small groups of close friends more. These intimate spaces allow them to connect emotionally and have deeper conversations, which are fundamental for their emotional well-being and personal development. This tendency towards solitude and controlled environments does not mean that intelligent people are antisocial or insensitive. On the contrary, they are often highly empathetic and aware of others' emotions. However, this same empathy can be a factor in cerebral overexcitation, as they may perceive and process a large amount of emotional stimuli. To protect their emotional energy, they seek quality interactions instead of quantity, which allows them to establish more authentic and lasting connections. Self-care is another consequence of cerebral overexcitation. Intelligent people who tend towards solitude understand the importance of taking care of their mental and emotional health. For them, solitude is not just a way to relax, but a tool to maintain a healthy balance between social interactions and time for reflection and energy recharging. This focus on self-care allows them to be more resilient to stress and maintain greater mental clarity, which in turn helps them be more effective in their daily activities. Number 8. Their calm comes from within. When something bad happens, solitary people know that the best way to face the problem is to retreat to their own world, where they can find the balance and clarity necessary to confront it. This process of introspection is an essential mechanism for people who spend a lot of time on themselves, cultivating a deep awareness of their feelings, thoughts, and emotions. For solitary people, personal space is not just a choice, it's a necessity. It allows them to process difficult experiences and find answers to complex questions. Rather than seeking external distractions, they prefer to delve into their own inner world to seek comfort and solutions. This habit of introspection provides them with a deep connection to their own minds and helps them maintain calm even in stressful situations. Constant awareness of their feelings and emotions is one of the most notable characteristics of solitary people. By spending a lot of time in reflection, they have developed strong emotional intelligence, which allows them to identify and understand their reactions to various environmental stimuli. This gives them the advantage of knowing when they need time for themselves and how to effectively manage their emotions. When facing difficulties, solitary people do not immediately seek external support. They first analyze their emotions and thoughts to understand what is really happening. This process of self-knowledge allows them to find solutions that are aligned with their values and principles, avoiding impulsive or irrational reactions. Moreover, this connection with their inner world helps them develop great resilience. Although they may appear reserved or even distant, in reality, they possess emotional strength that allows them to overcome adversities with calm and determination. By being fully aware of their own emotions and thoughts, solitary people have the ability to self-control and are not easily swayed by external chaos. This ability to retreat and find peace within themselves also provides them the opportunity to focus on their personal growth. Many solitary people use this time to develop skills, pursue personal interests, or simply enjoy solitude. This connection with themselves allows them to explore new paths and stay focused on their goals without the distractions or pressures that others might experience. Lonely people find their calm from within because they have a strong sense of self-awareness and a deep connection with their emotions and thoughts. When facing challenges, they prefer to retreat to their own world to process and understand what is happening. This introspective approach allows them to remain calm and develop resilience, enabling them to face difficulties with clarity and strength that comes from their deep self-knowledge. Reason 9. Intelligent people detest being limited or restricted. They literally hate being imposed with restrictions or being told what to do and not to do. This rejection of the imposition of limits is not a mere whim, but a manifestation of their inquisitive nature and their need for autonomy. These individuals deeply value their independence and feel that restrictions imposed by others stifle their creativity and their ability to explore the world on their own terms. Intelligent individuals have a mind avid for knowledge and are constantly seeking new ways to learn and develop. External limitations, whether at work, in education, or in personal life, are seen as obstacles that hinder their growth. Therefore, they resist any form of control or dictate that tells them how to live their life or what paths to follow. Moreover, they hate being told what to do because they have a strong sense of self-determination. They prefer to make decisions based on their own judgment and experience rather than following orders unquestioningly. This does not mean they are rebels by nature or that they reject authority entirely. They simply believe in the importance of autonomy and the ability to choose their own destiny. Due to this aversion to restrictions, intelligent people often feel uncomfortable in overly structured environments or where they are expected to follow rigid rules without question. They prefer flexibility and the freedom to explore their interests and apply their own approach to problems. This can lead them to careers or hobbies where they have more control over their work and more freedom to be creative. The lack of need for external approval is another common trait among intelligent people. They do not seek validation from others and do not feel compelled to conform to social expectations. They prefer to be true to themselves and do not need someone by their side telling them what to do. In fact, they often prefer to be alone rather than in an environment where they feel restricted or controlled. This preference for autonomy and freedom can make intelligent people seem distant or difficult to deal with, but it is actually an expression of their desire to live an authentic life. They want to have the space to explore their thoughts and follow their passions without being limited by external norms or expectations from others. They hate being imposed with restrictions because they value their independence and autonomy deeply. They do not like being told what to do and prefer to make their own decisions. Their resistance to limitations reflects their need for freedom to be creative and explore the world in their own way, which often leads them to seek environments where they can be themselves without restrictions. Reason 10. Sometimes, intelligent people can be intimidating. The perception others have of intelligent people is that they are intimidating, which can lead many individuals to feel uncomfortable or even scared when interacting with them. This is another reason why intelligent people tend to be more solitary. Their great intellectual capacity, combined with their tendency to question the status quo and reject unjust norms, can create an invisible barrier between them and those who do not feel up to par. Intelligent people often have a commanding presence, not because of aggressive or domineering behavior, but because of their confidence and their ability to think critically and quickly. For those who are accustomed to more conventional thinking, this attitude can be intimidating as it challenges their comfort zone and makes them feel insecure. The result is that many people prefer to keep their distance, believing that intelligent people are inaccessible or difficult to understand. This intimidating effect can have a considerable impact on the social life of intelligent people. They often find themselves in situations where others avoid approaching them or engaging in deep conversations for fear of not being up to par. In an environment where intelligence is viewed with suspicion or mistrust, intelligent people may feel that they are excluded or misunderstood, reinforcing their tendency towards solitude. Moreover, this intimidating perception can cause intelligent people to develop greater self-confidence, as they are used to relying on themselves and finding solutions on their own. They do not need external validation and are willing to follow their own path, even if it means swimming against the current. This self-confidence, although admirable, can increase the gap with others who may feel even more intimidated by their independence and determination. Despite this tendency to intimidate, intelligent people are not inherently arrogant, nor do they seek to exclude others. They simply have a unique approach to life, based on logic and the constant pursuit of knowledge. Those who overcome the initial barrier of fear discover that intelligent people are actually thoughtful individuals, passionate about their interests. However, this perception of intimidation can be difficult to overcome for many. I hope you enjoyed exploring the fascinating world of intelligence and solitude. These characteristics, although often associated with a lack of sociability, are actually a reflection of a deep understanding of the world and a strong connection with personal values. Although intelligent people may be perceived as intimidating, their ability to inspire and challenge others is a reminder that solitude is not always a weakness, but often a conscious choice to live a more authentic and meaningful life. This intimidating effect can have a significant impact on the social life of intelligent people. Often, these individuals find themselves in situations where others seem reluctant to approach or engage in meaningful discussions for fear of not being up to par or being judged. In environments where intelligence is viewed with suspicion or mistrust, this can lead to intelligent people feeling excluded or misunderstood, reinforcing their tendency towards solitude. However, this perception does not necessarily reflect the true nature of intelligent people. In reality, many of them are thoughtful, passionate about their interests, and open to sharing their knowledge with others. Those who overcome the initial barrier of fear or insecurity discover that intelligent people can be loyal and stimulating companions, willing to engage in meaningful conversations and share their ideas. The problem lies in overcoming that first impression of intimidation, which is often a product of the observer's own insecurity or lack of understanding. Despite this tendency to intimidate, intelligent people do not seek to exclude others or deliberately distance themselves. Their self-confidence and willingness to follow their own path can be inspiring for some and terrifying for others, depending on their comfort level with change and uncertainty. For intelligent people, solitude can be a conscious choice to avoid social drama and preserve their emotional energy, focusing on what truly matters. If any part of this message has been helpful to you, leave us your like and comment, helping the algorithm recommend it to someone who needs it at this time. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new videos. And if you look through the videos we've already uploaded, you're sure to find something to take with you. Have a good day. Also, I've linked some books on Stoicism that helped me become the man I am today, and will also help you achieve a Stoic mindset.